Picture this. It's 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. You've just wrapped up a 45-hour work week. Physically, you're in your car or on the train, but mentally, you're completely fried. You get home, and the thought of cooking sounds as appealing as climbing Mount Everest. So you do what most people do. You open the delivery app. Maybe it's Thai food, or pizza, or burgers. You end up spending $45 between the meal, the tip, and the delivery fee. You walk into your house, crack open a beer or pour yourself a glass of wine, and sink into the couch to binge watch a show you don't even like just to turn your brain off. You tell yourself, I earned this, I worked hard all week. But what if I told you that you didn't just spend 45? What if I told you that the pizza, the gas you burned driving home, the nice shirt you wore to the office, and the stress that pushed you to order that food are all hidden taxes that are eating away at your salary? You think you're selling your time for $30 an hour, but after we break down the numbers, the math proves you might be working for less than $4 an hour. And I know this sounds crazy, but we need to talk about the hidden costs we all ignore. Let's start with the basics. Most people look at their salary and think, wow, I'm making $30 an hour or $60,000 a year. But here's where the math gets tricky. That $30 an hour is before taxes. The government takes its cut first, federal tax, state tax, and FICA, so that $30 an hour quickly drops to about $24 per hour. But we're not done yet. We haven't even considered the hidden costs that come with working a 9 to 5. And these costs are not just about what you're spending on food and coffee. These are the real costs that are invisible to most of us. First, let's talk about commuting. Whether you drive to work or take public transportation, the cost of getting to and from the office is huge. For example, the average American spends thousands of dollars a year on gas, car maintenance, and insurance. If you drive 30 minutes each way, that's wear and tear on your car, and you're basically paying for a vehicle that's only used to get you to work. If you take the train, that's a monthly pass, and let's say that costs you about $4,000 a year. This is money you would not have to spend if you didn't have to go to work every day. And most of us don't even think about it until we see it all add up at the end of the year. Then there's the cost of appearance. You can't show up to work in your pajamas, right? You need to buy business casual clothes, keep them cleaned, and make sure you always look presentable. And that's another cost we often forget to factor in. Then there's the convenience tax. This is a big one. How many times a week do you go out for lunch because you didn't have time to meal prep? And that $5 coffee to keep you going through the afternoon. Those costs add up fast. And don't forget the shadow costs. Things like paying for a dog walker because you're not home to take care of your pet, or buying a quick snack to keep you going through that afternoon meeting. All these things are extra costs that exist because you work. You are paying to work. But the biggest hidden cost of all is decompression spending. After a long week of work, you're exhausted. You need to unwind, right? So you grab drinks with friends on Friday night, or you buy something online to make yourself feel better. Maybe you go on an impulsive vacation or book a last-minute getaway just to escape the grind. Or maybe it's therapy because, let's face it, work can really take a toll on your mental health. All of these things are hidden taxes we pay to cope with the stress of working a 9 to 5. And here's the problem. These costs are so normalized that we don't even realize we're paying them until it's too late. Let's say after all of those hidden expenses, commuting, meals, clothing, and decompression spending, your net income drops from $65,000 a year. But here's the kicker. The time you spend working isn't just the 40 hours a week you're punching in at the office. There's all that extra time spent commuting, grooming, and even worrying about work once you're at home. If you add up all those hours, you're probably working closer to 55 or 60 hours a week. Now let's divide your actual net income of $35,000 by those 2,900 hours. When you do that, your $30 an hour wage evaporates. You're actually earning somewhere around $11 an hour. And in some high-stress, high-cost-of-living areas, you could even be making less than $4 an hour. That's the cold, hard truth. This is where the concept of golden handcuffs comes into play. Sometimes we take promotions or raises that look great on paper, but they come with exponentially higher costs. Let's say you get promoted to manager with a $10,000 raise. Sounds amazing, right? But suddenly, you're working longer hours. You're ordering takeout every night because you're too busy to cook. You have to buy nicer suits. And now you need a second car because you're working late and can't carpool anymore. Your stress level skyrockets, and your decompression spending increases. More nights out, more retail therapy, more vacations. You might actually find that your real hourly wage decreases after that promotion. You're making more money, but you're keeping less of it, and working harder to get it. But there's a hidden opportunity cost here that's terrifying. Every dollar you spend on the convenience of working, whether it's a $5 coffee or ordering takeout instead of cooking, takes away from your future. Think about this. That $5 a day you spend on coffee, if you invested that $5 a day at 7% interest for 30 years, you'd have nearly $200,000 in retirement savings. You're not just drinking coffee, you're drinking your future. The system relies on you being too exhausted to do this math. They want you to think that as long as you're making good money, everything is fine. They want you to buy that luxury apartment and finance that luxury car, all to keep you trapped in the cycle of needing the job to pay for the things you bought to tolerate the job. So how do we break free from this cycle? The solution isn't necessarily quitting your job and living off the grid. We all have bills to pay. The solution is to ruthlessly optimize your real hourly wage. This becomes the new measure of success, not income but efficiency. Can you negotiate working from home for a couple of days? If you save 2 hours of commuting and $10 in gas, you just gave yourself a massive raise without the company paying you a dime more. Can you start meal prepping on Sundays? Can you move closer to work? Can you stop caring about what your coworkers think about your clothes? Every dollar of work expense you cut is a dollar of pure freedom. The biggest shift, though, is psychological. You have to start treating your labor like a business. A smart business owner doesn't just try to increase revenue, they try to increase their margins. Your life is your business, and your margin is the time and money you have left over to actually enjoy your life. If you're making $100,000 a year but spending $95,000 and working 80 hours a week to generate it, you're a failing business. But if you make $50,000 a year, spend $20,000 and work 30 hours a week, you're a profitable, sustainable enterprise. You're winning. And that's where the negative epiphany turns into positive action. I want you to sit down this weekend, not when you're tired on a Friday, but when you're fresh on a Sunday, and run the numbers. Calculate your commute costs, estimate your taxes, be honest about your decompression spending, then divide your net pay by your total hours committed to the job. Write that number on a sticky note and put it on your credit card. My real wage is $8.50. The next time you go to buy something stupid, look at that number. Ask yourself, am I willing to trade 4 hours of my life for this plastic junk? That friction will save you more money than any budget app ever could. We are living in an era where time is becoming the ultimate currency. The rich are buying time. The poor are selling it at a discount. Don't sell your time at a discount. Audit your life, cut the vampire costs associated with your job, and start building a gap between your income and your expenses, because that gap is where your freedom lives. If this video made you rethink your paycheck, share it with a coworker who looks tired. We're all in this same trap, but we can math our way out of it together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm John, and this is just the beginning.